What up, YouTube? It's the Ways, and I'm Tia, and today we're back with another video. And today is Way Back Wednesday. Throw up your W's. Oh, grr. So today we're gonna get into an oldie, but I think should be a goodie palette. I don't know, because honestly I haven't tried it, but I hear a lot about it, and it is the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Orange Sherbet palette. Yes, and not that I hear a lot about this one in particular. I hear a lot about the whole series of these palettes per se, right? They had the pistachio, there was a blue one, there was a pink one, I think there was a purple one, and I opted in to get the orange one, which is the orange sherbet. So I'm really excited to play in this palette. So if you want to see what looks we come up with on this Way Back Wednesday using this BH Cosmetics orange sherbet palette, then definitely please keep watching. But first, you already know the deal. During the intro, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up if you have not yet, if you're feeling the vibe on this channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not part of the fam gang. And let's get into these swatches. Lego. Here are the swatches of the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Orange Sorbet palette. In natural sun lighting, the sun is going down. This is an 8-pan palette, as I did not say that in the video. Also, I said orange sherbet throughout this whole video, and it's orange sorbet. So excuse me and forgive me in advance, but I'm not retaping this whole video because I said the name wrong, so I do apologize. But it is orange sorbet. And these swatches are amazing. Pigmented, shimmery goodness. Okay, so let's get into these two looks on this Way Back Wednesday. You should have seen those swatches. I'm sure they're fabulous. I have not actually swatched this palette yet, but this is what she looks like. Ooh, yes. If you already know, it's like a monochromatic vibes, so for sure. Dealing with oranges. I like that we have this little deeper brown of a brown orange, and then it hops over to like this yellow orange. So this is a nice little setup. I love that you have a matte and a corresponding shimmer, so you can do really easy quick looks with this palette. I think it's gorgeous. I love oranges. I felt like it was a summer vibes, but then I also feel like it's fall vibes. So this is the perfect time to go ahead and drop this palette. I am in Arizona, so I still feel like it's summer. So yeah, that's why I thought this would be a great transition into fall vibes, dealing with Way Back Wednesday. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, let's zoom in a little bit closer. I think zoom out a little bit. Okay, I think we're good right there. Let me tell you a couple things I did use so far. I did go in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And then for my face, and then for my eyebrows, I went in with my Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat eyebrow pencil, and this is in dark brown. And then for I cleaned up my brows. I had been skipping on cleaning up my brows when I use my MAC paint pot, but I just love the vibe of a cleaned up brow. It just makes all the difference. And so I cleaned up with the Milani Conceal and Perfect a long wear concealer, and this one is in Natural Sand 150. So that's what I cleaned up my brows with and primed my eyes for my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to make sure I have no creases. What I was thinking for this monochromatic look was a nice little quick halo eye. I'm supposed to be going to the movies, so I need to get ready, and I can't be taking forever. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to take a blend shadow brush by Real Techniques. And I think what I want to do is I want to go into the slider color, which is called Tangerine, which is like an orange with a yellowy vibe. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of put that on the outside of the crease at the bottom here. And run it into the crease. I got a really fluffy brush so it wouldn't be too harsh. And I'm going to bring it all the way on the inside. I want it to be kind of soft, so that's why I went with this brush. I like this color because it's light, but it definitely gives some definition to the eye. It's not like you can't see it. That color is like one of those, it's tangerine. Like, I think that describes it perfectly, honestly. We're just going to bring it through the crease lightly so we kind of have some base on our lid. And to also set that concealer. And then I'm just going to reinforce it on the bottom corner here. And reinforce it on the inside. Man, I missed my Waye Back Wednesdays, so I need to get on board with that. And I know this palette is a palette that's not sold normally on like BH Cosmetics website anymore. None of these Dream or Sweet Shop palettes are, unfortunately. I actually bought this at TJ Maxx or Marshall's a while ago. But I know that you can get them on third-party websites like Macari or like that kind of situation. eBay. And you can negotiate a good price for them. That's kind of where we're at. Then I'm going to take a more like condensed brush, smaller brush. I'm going to use this melt brush. It's kind of round. Not melt. It's from the Mint Melt collection from e.l.f. And I want to go into the color Chocolate Drizzle. I like that name, Chocolate Drizzle. It's like a brown orange in this palette, and let's see if we can deepen this up a little bit. So I'm just going to go towards the bottom, keeping it kind of low. Ooh, that's a pretty color. And keeping it in the bottom corner half of this eye. Wow, I did not expect that. I don't know if that's how the color looks, or is it because it's on top of Tangerine. I'm going to take it on the inside here. Wow, that color is beautiful. Keeping it really low. You can see the depth it gave it. I thought it was going to be... Let me swatch this color. So that's what it looks like, swatch. You can see the orange vibes. You can see the brown vibes. That's a beautiful color. I could wear that all over my eye and be happy. Especially for fall. Like, that's perfect. So I'm just kind of patting. These are blending very, very well. Perfect. We're going to keep it simple just like that. I just want that little bit of oomph. I'm going to take the Real Techniques brush that I had previously, not adding any product, and just blending the edges. Which these colors are blending very, very well, so you don't have to do that. We're just leaving a little space in the middle to go ahead and drop our shimmer. So for the shimmer, kind of want to see what we're working with. I kind of like this one, which is double scoop. I mean, what you're going to get is a monochromatic look every time. I actually think I'm going to go with the brighter one, which is called Yum. I love these names, so cute. And what I think I'm going to do is literally take my finger into Yum. I'm going to take my ring finger because it's a little smaller. And I'm just going, this is very creamy shimmers. Just going to drop that right in the middle there between those two colors for our halo eye. I don't need it to be too precise, so I wasn't really worried about using a brush. Wow, that is a really, really look at that. So simple, so pretty. Very fall vibes with a little bit of oomph. Just going to take my brush and kind of pat this out with which had Chocolate Drizzle on it. I love that. Kind of at an angle. So pretty. I'm going to take a little flat Morphe M124 brush, and I'm going to go into the color Double Scoop, which is the first one I wanted to go into under Drizzle. And I'm just going to merge that in between Yum and Chocolate Drizzle. Just so everything kind of just flows. So pretty. Look at that. Wow, this is gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up my face. I might drop on a liner, I might not. Put on some mascara and wrap up this first look on Way Back Wednesday using the BH Cosmetics Orange Sherbet palette. Yes! So this is the first look using the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Orange Sherbet palette. I love this look. I was thinking that like summertime vibes is my favorite looks, but I'm starting to think it's fall. I'll probably say the same thing when we get to winter. Anyways, I love how this look came out. I'm not going to go over everything I did because I have to get ready. I'm going to the movies. I have a Virgo husband. We need to be on time and I need to be leaving like 5 minutes ago. So all I'm going to say is I did use my Power Matte Lip Paint by NARS and Done It Again to wrap up this whole vibe of this look. In my next look, I will tell you everything that I used on as complexion to wrap up this look. A little spoiler alert though, I did use this palette for my blush and I did use this palette for my highlighter. So yes, I'm excited about that. So let's get into look number 2. Alright y'all, let's get into this final look using the BH Cosmetic Sweet Shop Orange Sherbet palette. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed the first look I did. So let's see what we can do on the second look. I had an idea, but I think I'm just gonna keep it a little bit more simple, a little bit more basic, and yeah, let's see what we can do. So obviously there's still gonna be monochromatic because that's the type of palette this is. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the color Zest. As we used Tangerine and Chocolate Drizzle before, we will use Zest and Extra Chopping on this look today. I'm using a very fluffy crease brush by Lavish, and I just want to drop Zest in my crease very lightly, just kind of going back and forth, kind of build up a gradient type of effect with this shade. That's why I wanted it to be very, very soft, the brush, and very, very fluffy, so that way it doesn't give off too much of a harsh color, as I feel these shadows are very pigmented. So I'm going a little bit above my crease, kind of blending out into the brow bone, and just really working this and blending as I go. I really love all the tones in this palette. Well, 7's talking to us. So I'm putting it in my crease and then I'm like buffing it into the brow bone. It's nice and simple. I'm going to bring it out. I'm not going to go down on this edge. I'm not going to go in this corner V. I'm just going to keep it in like a half moon type of situation. If you hear something, it's the dogs going at it, okay? They have no respect for filming. Alright, so then I'm going to take a small taper blending brush by Sigma. This is the E45. You can kind of see it's kind of pointy. And we're going to go into the color Extra Topping, which is this darker reddish type shade. Orange reddish, obviously. And we're just going to stick this right in the crease area. Just really deep in the crease, to give it some definition. I'm going to kind of bring it in. These colors are so pigmented, so pretty. I wish I wouldn't have slept on these palettes a long time ago. And as I'm going in, the way this brush is tapered, it's really like softly touching the top part of above the crease, and it's blending it into the first color, Zest, which is really, really nice. And I'm still keeping it, not going into the outer V. But yeah, I wish I wouldn't have slept on these Sweet Shop palettes. I did see the green one when I got this one, and I wish I would have just got it now, because these are phenomenal formula. Alright, so kind of deepen that up a little bit. You can see it's popping. I'm going to go back into Zest with the fluffy brush and just soften back up that edge. So we have a nice little gradient effect with those two colors. Harris is doing the much talking. Let me kick out these dogs. That's all they wanted to do is go out there. They probably was like, Wayne, can you let us out? We don't want to sit up in here and watch you do this makeup. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean off this brush a little bit. I know what I said I'm going to do, but now that I'm looking at it, I think I want to incorporate all these mattes just to show you. And I'm going to take the color Tangerine that we used in the first look on the same fluffy brush. I'm just going to drop that in the front part of my lid. At the top and in the inner corner. Just to brighten that up even more. It's gonna be like full-blown sunset air vibes, okay? But like fall sunset vibes in Arizona. All right, so that's cool. I just want to kind of brighten that up. And then I'm gonna actually take this tapered brush that I'm using. I'm gonna clean it off. And I think I'm gonna go back into Chocolate Drizzle. I think Chocolate Drizzle is one of my favorite colors in this palette, the matte. It doesn't look as dark as it comes off, but we're just going to drop that in the outer V a little bit. Just to give it a little oomph. Different vibe. It's like an orangey brown. I love it. And actually, extra toppings might be darker, but I just love the vibe of Chocolate Drizzle for sure. Okay, then what we're going to do, we're going to go in with a shimmer. Okay, I think I want to use these two shimmers that we haven't used in the palette. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with Tangy. And this is on like a angled brush, flat angled type tapered brush. And this is from Luxe. It's called a precision shader. I'm going to go ahead and spray it with any setting spray or water. And then I'm just going to set this on the outside. I'm not going to go all the way to the corner, but just like here in the middle. These darker shimmers. And if you guys know, then you know I love a dark shimmer. So I could probably paint myself in this color too. So pretty. All the orangey vibes, monochromatic vibes. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over my brush and I'm going to go into the color Citron, which is a very pretty orange too. They all look just orange probably base besides the brown too on the end. And I know that the bright shimmer here we used in the last look, but that's what they're supposed to have, like orangey vibes. So we're going into that color. I'm going to spray my brush as well. These shimmers are so easy to use. It took me no time to lay this eye look down. Oh yes. Oh yes, yes. I love that color. And we're just going to press it in the front part of the eye here and connect it to Tangy. I love this color. I did not expect this to show up like this. It's like a gold orange, orangey gold. Ooh, so pretty. And then what I think I want to do, I might use every color in this palette. I'm going to take like a fluffy brush like this. Not too fluffy, but just a little bit wider. And it's the Yolanda Y212 brush. And I'm going to go into Yum, which is that bright color. And I'm gonna take that on my brow bone as a highlight. Yes, not all the way to the front. I'm gonna take that fluffy brush that I had and just blend that. No extra product. I'm also going to drop Yum in my inner corner highlight. Ooh, so nice. Gold, orange, goodness, okay? Goodness and warmth. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what I'm going to do is really quick, I'm going to go back on my shimmer brush and I'm going to go back into Tangy just to reinforce that color, the darker shimmer, and just make sure everything is connected and blended. And because I sprayed this one, it looks a little bit more like a sheen than a true sparkle. But look how it brought out the orange. Like, that is beautiful. I love that. I absolutely love that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to even out my eyes. I'm going to put on the rest of my face, and then we'll do under my eyes together, and then I'll bring you the final look. Okay, so I'm back and I have most of my face on, most of it. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and do underneath my eyes with you, and we'll do my blush and my highlighter together because I'm going to use the palette, the eyeshadow palette for that, and I kind of want to show you. But first I want to go ahead and I want to deepen up underneath my eyes. This is my LYS bronzer. And that's what I used on my cheekbones. I think it's more cool tone, so it's great for me as like a contour slash bronzer. And that's what I like to do anyways. I don't like to do too much bronzing, contouring, like either one or the other at that point, right? It depends on the tone of the shade. So I'm going to take this. This is the No Limits Matte Bronzer in Strength Dark. I've talked about this on my channel before. I love this bronzer. I think it's a great formula, but I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow, and I want to take it right underneath my eye, all along the lash line, so we can give us a little bit of depth in our eye look without pulling in another palette. And I'm just going to run that with this Moda shader brush. This bronzer is very pigmented, so I thought it would be great. I'm going to bring it down a little bit just to smoke it out a little bit. But this is a shader brush, so it's a very compact. Cool. So that's kind of what we're looking like. I like the tone too because it's more of a cool toned brown with a little hint of red, which kind of gives an orangey effect as well, which is kind of nice. So then I'm going to take my palette again. I'm going to take Yum, which is that light color that we put on our brow bone, and I'm just going to reinforce my inner corner highlight down here. Kind of bring it down towards in here, the inside of the bottom lash line. Then I'm going to wipe off that brush. And I told you I'm going to use every color in this palette. So I'm going to go ahead and take Double Scoop, which is the shimmer we used in our, I think we used it in the last look. I could have sworn. But we're just going to use this. We're going to go ahead and spray our brush. And we're going to drop that on the lower lash line on top of the bronzer. That brush is a little bit more fluffier than the Moda smudger brush, which is okay with me. A little bit of shimmer. Okay, I love it. Okay, so then what I want to do is I want to put on a little blush. I'm going to mix some colors. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I really like Double Scoop. I think that's a beautiful shimmer. I think I'm just going to take Tangerine, which is the light orange. And I'm going to mix it with Double Scoop, which is the shimmer, to make like a shimmery blush. And we're just going to pop that on top of where we put our bronzer. Yes, you could go a little darker. I didn't want it too deep or brighter on the blush. Like, you could have used one of these shades and we would have got a way brighter blush, but I really just want a subtle hint of blush and a little highlight. And yes, I love that. Perfect. All right, let me go ahead and put on my mascara, put on some lips, and I will be back to show you the final look.
Guys, like and subscribe to see more of this beautiful woman slash my mom. And yeah, like and subscribe please for more of this beautiful woman.
All right, thanks, Jay.
A little bit too retries.
So Jay's afro is kind of popping though. Hit that like button if you liking his afro though. But anyways, this is the final look using the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Orange Sherbet palette. And I love this monochromatic moment that I created using this palette. We used all the colors on this final look to create this look. Let me tell you what I used on my face because I'm not sure I told you in the last video, and then I will tell you my thoughts on this palette. Okay, so for my eyes, I went ahead and used the Lash Princess mascara, my ride or die right now. Okay, I did not do my bottom lashes because my allergies are going crazy and I'm already kind of tearing up. So I did use this for my lashes. You've seen what we did on our cheeks. You know we went in with the YSL bronzer. And then I set my under eyes with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. And number 2, I will have everything listed below. I also went in my concealer, the Milani Conceal and Perfect in Natural Sand 150 for underneath my eyes, as well as priming my eyelids, which I think I did tell you. We went in with the Milk Hydro Grip as the primer. I think I told you that too. For my foundation, I went in with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder Foundation. And it is in Y505. So I did that as my foundation. And then for my lips, I wrapped it up with the Fenty Beauty lipstick. And this is in Freckle Fiesta, which is one of her matte Mademoiselle lipsticks. Y'all, I love this color. I love this color. I didn't use Freckle Fiesta by itself. I went ahead and topped it off with the Gloss Bomb in Hot Chocolate by Fenty Beauty. Just to give it a little shimmer, since we were like sparkling and glowing and shimmering all over the face with this look. Okay. And put a little brown back into that tone of the lipstick. I love it. Like Jay said, if you're feeling the vibe, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Now let's talk about this BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palette. I love this palette. I love oranges, you know, so it's right up my alley. I think that all of these mattes and all of these shimmers performed fantastic. I think that the formula in this palette is just A1. I love how it correlates with a matte and a shimmer, so you could just go matte, shimmer, and be done with your look. You can put every color on your eye and it doesn't look too much. It's just monochromatic vibes. I love how you can put just one of these colors in your lid and keep it moving, you know, in your crease, keep it moving, put a shimmer on your lid, keep it moving. Like, it's just really versatile. When it comes to each shadow, especially even on my skin tone, because I would have thought that tangerine wouldn't have shown up, but you've seen it in the first look and it was gorgeous. So I really like this palette. Like I said, I wish I would have got more colors, because I totally would have got the pistachio and I probably would have got the blue one, to be real with you. Even that brown one would have been really nice, you know, just for a neutral little moment, because these are some great formulas. Yes. So based on it being a monochromatic vibe, based on the formula, okay, I'm gonna get this palette an 8.5. Yes, an 8.5. And the reason why I give it an 8.5 and not any higher, because the formula is fantastic, so it really deserves a 10. But I'm not gonna use this every single day. I'm not. And if you're not an orange lover or a peachy, orangey type of person, you're not going to wear it at all. So I just wanted to put that into effect in how I rank this palette. But overall, I love this palette. If you're able to get your hands on these, I know you can still find them on third-party websites like Macari and, you know, different ones like that. I'm drawing a blank on those other websites. Not Ipsy. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. But anyways, you can find these on third-party websites still for a good price point, and I think it's worth it. So if you want one, go get you one. Yes. So I hope you like this Way Back Wednesday. Like I said, all the products that I use will be below in the description of this video. Once again, give me a huge thumbs up if you're feeling the vibe on this channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not part of the fam gang. And hit that notification bell so you can be updated every time I load a new video. If you're feeling the vibes on this channel, go ahead and leave me an orange heart in the comments, okay? Thanks so much for spending your time with me. We'll see you later. Have a blessed day. Peace.